He'll bring it out. It's Ray. And the ball is loose on the return. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graves.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Find some fresh air. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap, it's Harris. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Harris. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Harris. Runs through a tackle. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Direct snap. It's Brown. Pressure coming. It will fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Harris. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Harris. Fires into the end zone. Nobody falling for the tomfoolery, the chicanery, and it'll be fourth down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply wouldn't.
And the Trojans headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Catch in the middle. It's Lane. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Gonna look downfield again. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice...
There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 33. And the Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Jordan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Gets the back moving. They'll throw it from the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Sanders. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Oh, he's got some space. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the wildcat. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Harris. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Direct snap. It's Harris. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. On the snap, it's Harris. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Harris. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels! Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. On the direct snap, it's Brown. They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got it to a two-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the third quarter.
You know, momentum in college football is a real thing, and after scoring on their last drive and still trailing in the game, the head coach decides to take a chance, roll the dice, go onside kick, and they get it. If they can score here, all of a sudden, all the momentum is back on their side.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Brown. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Catch in the middle, it's Lee. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. On the snap, it's Brown. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Brown. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Oh, and he wants to throw it. Makes the grab. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Direct snap. It's Brown. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
He's in there. Two-point conversion is good, and they're down by just one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is...
He's loose. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Brown. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Brown. Grabbed behind the line, it's Simmons. Breaks into the open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Brown. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up the drive. Oh, the fumble on the defense got it. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And that's a tough one to swallow, man. You got yourself in a position where you can go tie this football game. You're in a good spot. You're trying to move the ball down the field. Guys trying to make a play. Fumbles the football. Now you got to beg for the defense to somehow give you one more opportunity.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on third down? He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Here's the pressure. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Turning it on. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Picks up the first down, still moving. It's a seam wide open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans!
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
PAT unit on the field. Oh, they try to trick him. The holder wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Takes a hit as he fires. It falls incomplete, and man, was that close to a complete disaster. I want to file that one away for a while. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.